Hi, you guys. Boy, have I got a surprise for you. um, all right, so been working hard as usual. And I just couldn't wait to share these with you guys. I'm pretty excited about them. I just, I was like, okay, Jessica, you've been collecting all of this stuff that you love and you know, do something with it. And I was actually inspired to create these journals by the little paperclip beads, the little boho paperclip beads. And so I guess I owe that to Paula Forder. And so thank you, Paula, for bringing those into my life. Really, I don't know what it is, but I just think they're so darn cute. Anyway, so I made 4 of these journals. They're traveler's notebook. It's like a trifold. They are all refillable. Whoops, there's a bag under there. They're all refillable. I have put an insert in each one. It's not stitched in, it's just, inserted. Made out of, just mostly coffee dyed papers and eco dyed papers that I've done recently. So it's a good place for me to kind of use some of that stuff. I'm not going to call these junk journals. I'm just going to call them traveler's notebooks, So like I said, I've made 4 of them. And so these are the, 8.5 by 5.5 or something like that. I can't remember. 8.25 by 5, basically. That's the size of the insert. The journals are a bit wider than that, obviously. So let me just get one of them and kind of show you what's going on inside. They're all, the insert is all big. Whoops, I was totally out of frame there. Sorry. The insert is basically the same in each one. The closure is basically just some of the sari silk that I've dyed recently, and I'm just loving playing around with it. The notebooks themselves are made from Cantha fabric scraps that I just kind of patchwork together, and so all my stitching is showing. I've got raw edges and I've got strings everywhere. They're just very, very raw, but luxuriously so. They're soft and yummy and squishy and very, very, very touchable. So so that's what I like about them. They're very tactile. So basically the closure on each one is a collection of 4 strands of that silk, just basically laid together and then knotted at each end. And then I just stitched it just lightly onto the back here. So if you wanted to take it off, it wouldn't be a big deal. You could just snip that embroidery thread right there. So, but it's still sturdy. Anyway, didn't necessarily go with like a strong color theme on any of these. I just, wanted to basically showcase the fabrics and, the elements. So each one's got a pocket here. Okay. So slow down, Jessica. So I went ahead and added a few little appliques from the sari silk scraps and, things like that. And honestly, I'm not gonna worry about saying that something is boho or that it's from India or whatever. These came from India, so that's what I'm calling them. They're Indian sari embellishments. These came off of saris, and that's the truth. So that's what I'm calling them. They're stitched on. I just used some embroidery floss to just kind of lightly stitch them on. I did glue them with fabric glue, but then I stitched around the edges of most of them. So then each one has like a button, like a vintage button on the front. And then I went ahead and just strung a few vintage beads and buttons on the strings that attach the button to the cover. And then on the inside, you're going to have two pockets, one here and one here. This one is at an angle. So, and I did that so that when the journal is folded up this way, things are less likely to slip out, okay, because of that little bit higher side. I didn't, put a ton of tags in these because, I just felt like they should be filled up with your stuff, They could be used for anything, journaling. They could be used as a planner, just a plethora of different ways to use them. You could use them as smash books, art journals, whatever. And then on the inside cover, you also have another pocket here. Each pocket is embellished one way or another. This is some of my little like boho style snippet roll that I made, and I was making bracelets with that. I've decided to use it for lots of other things too. And then, like I said, each insert is comprised of mostly just writable paper. There's some, kids writing paper. This is some drawing paper, excuse me, eco-dyed paper that I did. And I chose eco-dyes that I was happy with, okay, where you can actually see the leaf impressions and that kind of thing. Some ledger paper, excuse me, coffee-dyed paper. This is actually ginkgo leaves. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can see that. I don't want to zoom in too close because I want you to be able to see the whole journal. Maybe just one click. There. Some more coffee dyed drawing paper. This is onion skin paper, vintage onion skin paper. Some more ginkgo leaves. And this eco dye I actually did with, not saffron. Oh my god. This is like video amnesia. I can't remember. Turmeric. Turmeric. See the ginkgo leaf there? I really, really like the way this eco dye turned out. I was really happy with it. Ginkgo leaves. More drawing paper. Onion skin. So you get the idea. And then I've just kind of used up the scraps from when I was making the covers of the Cantha fabric as tabs. Each one of these journals has pockets on the inside at the center of the signature. So I've done a double elastic on the inside. Okay, so you could actually put, 4 or more. I think you might be able to get more than 4 in there. I don't know if you'd want to. At least more than one insert in each one. I left the strings to the signature that is just holding the insert together. This is what's holding the insert together. You could attach some charms and stuff like that on these if you wanted to. So yeah, and then on each one of the little tabs, I attached a little bulb pin with either a charm or a vintage button or some beads, things like that. So yeah, and I've left some of the string, I've stitched the length of the page wherever I put a tab. So you're going to see some strings and stuff. If that bothers you, I recommend that you trim them off. You can tell I really like the ginkgo leaves. I just love the shape of them and the way that these all turned out. These are from different dyes, okay? The eco dye, there's 3 or 4 different batches that are represented in each one of these journals. Like you can tell, this is obviously a different batch, a different boil. So, and then the inside fabric is just this really, really nice upholstery fabric that I found. It's really, really, really soft and kind of thick. It gives the cover some weight and some substance. You know what I mean? So then the closure basically just ties in a knot like that, just a simple, half knot right there. And then, of course, I added a little name tag for the journal. So this one will be called Journey, and a little picture of my grandma. This is one of my little tags. That's my grandma right there. It says Beauty. And then, of course, one of the paperclip bead charms that I made. So, and here's the back. Oh, you saw the back already. Okay, so that's that one. And then I'll just kind of show you the rest of them. The inserts are basically the same on all of them. Each one has different, what are those things called again? I said it once, appliques, different buttons, different trims. I think there's 2 that has this really, really yummy, trim. Oh my god, it's so funny how you just forget what everything is called when you're making a video. But yeah, so you can see the different Cantha fabrics that are kind of patchwork together. I just love them. They're so yummy. And here's some more vintage buttons. There's a little tag in this one. Just the pocket on the inside of this one. There's a tag. There's a little froggy charm. Beads and buttons, some rusted coins. Yeah, so basically I tried to use up all of the Cantha fabric scraps that I had when I put these together. And then here's the pocket on the inside flap. There's a couple of tags in this one too. Okay, so this one, and here's the charms on this one. It's got an orange, kind of peachy orange tag with a little, this is like some Indian silver. And then this one will be called Create. Again, this one I put a postage stamp on it. Looks like, I can't read it. I don't know where that stamp's from, but I like the color. Pom Pom Trim. That's what it's called, Pom Pom Trim. All right. So that one is Create. And then this one is Wonder. This one also has a picture of my grandma. No, it's my dad and my aunt. And it says You and Me. They're both sitting together, and you can see it when you see it up close. It's my aunt and my dad sitting together, I think in a wagon or something, and it says You and Me. Anyway, I think it's cute. There's the paperclip bead charm, and then this one is called Wonder. And then let me go inside. So this one's got a couple of different appliques on the front. This one is stitched on with red. I just, when I did the stitching on any of these, I didn't stitch everything, but I tried to do a little bit of hand stitching on each one, and it's very, kind of messy and not extremely neat, if you get what I'm saying. There's some little vintage buttons on this button there, a little applique. Here's the pocket on the inside of this one. I love this peacock feather. And there's a little tag here. There's the inside pocket for this one. A little tag. And I just used my little collaged tags in these. I might go ahead and add some additional pieces of eco-dyed paper that you can use in each one. I think I'll do that. I'll just put together a little pack of eco-dyed papers for you to use however you want. Sometimes the papers don't hold together as well as you want them to, especially if you've folded them in the dye bath. So sometimes they they tear in half, but they're still usable. They're just not big enough to put in a journal. So there's this one, the third one. I'm really, really happy with these. I'm super proud of myself. that I finally I just used some of this stuff that I loved so much that I've been kind of hoarding, if you know what I mean. Can't do that anymore. All right, so this one is Wonder. And then the last one is, what did I say? Imagine. And that is actually a picture of my grandma on that little tag right there, and it says peace. So this one has a couple of pretty large appliques on it, and then again some little vintage buttons with the pom-pom trim. And here's the first pocket on the inside. There's a little applique there and some really pretty trim that I stitched on. There's another one of my collage tags. This tag says, "The purpose of art is to wash the dust of daily life off our souls." And that's Picasso, so I really like that. A couple more tags. And beads and buttons. Some charms. There's a little rusty lock and key. Some blingy type of beads. I like those faceted crystal beads. Tag. Some flower images. So not many pockets. This, is intended mainly as a writing journal, but you could easily add pockets to it if you wanted to. You could glue envelopes in here. You could staple things into it. It's kind of almost like a naked junk journal. So, oh, I love this eco die on the back of this one, on that back page. I don't remember what that tree was, but I love the way the leaves turned out. Okay, so that is number 4. So I only made 4, you guys, not 20. Anyway, so these will be listed in my shop later on today, probably within the next couple hours. Look at all this stuff that's shed off of these. And so I will say about the edges on these, because I did leave them raw. This one actually stitched right there, but they're all stitched around the edges with a zigzag a couple of times. And so any like loose threads that come off, that it's not going to come apart or anything like that. It's just, they're going to shed probably up to where that zigzag is. But they're all really well stitched and very sturdy. So don't worry about that. But again, very soft and squishy, and there's lots and lots of room in these too. I mean, they really do have a lot of room to grow. So yeah. Anyway, well, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys are all doing well, and you're all looking forward to the holidays coming up. It's going to be Christmas pretty soon. Just saying. All right, so there they are. There they are. Okay, guys, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I realize I was a little bit dingy today, but I don't even know how to make videos anymore without having somebody there to talk to me. Anyway, so yeah, so thanks for watching, and you guys take care. Bye now.